is not called yet. Where should I call this? So a pipeline factory can have multiple characteristics, which would be stored in this vector here. This is inside the factory, while it is running top multi-loop while loop. Well, whatever. It's a multi-loop running over all the different fill indexes of each characteristic. And every time we have a new combination of permutation, I guess, of the range counters, each characteristic gets set its current value, and then we do a signal. Oh no, I'm actually surprised here. If we have multiple range counters, then only one counter changes. Yet I'm calling a signal do fill on all the characteristics, including those that didn't even change, well, whose fill index wasn't changed. That does not seem right. Nevertheless, calling this signal with do fill causes the characteristic to run, which is a task on its own. I would be waiting either here or here. If it is waiting here, that's only called once, and it's not really important that we do anything before that, and if it is, then we can do it just even before waiting. I'm not sure, can I do this for, probably this whole thing is kind of a both, depends on what you are really interested in, Lemsky, to do in the end. C++ is pretty, bulky. You have to write a lot of code before you get something that works. I'm not sure about Python, but I guess it's less. It requires less code before something starts working. Simply because C++ is at the top, I think, in the sense of amount of code needed to base everything on. But then I'm talking about a large application to begin with. As a beginner, you might begin with simple things, and then you can might as well use C++, I think. You would still have to learn about template library and standard template library and stuff like that. The whole standard, of course. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can do the, I can say like I can do the reset, I think, like right before we start waiting. Yeah, because it's going to be only when we actually get a fill signal and continue running. And then when you run we continue in this state, which then continues after that in the mContinued state. But that's going to be the user fill state or compile state. And when we come from here, it's going to be the fill state of the derived user class. And at that moment, it is necessary to have reset or whatever I want to do. So I think I can do that, but the only thing I have here is, I think, the owning factory. In the end, we are going to manipulate an object of the type ShaderInputData. And I would like to tell this object that a new fill is has begun, but yeah, those characteristic tasks run in parallel. It's a bit confusing, I have to say. I guess, or I guess. I mean, I suppose that each characteristic is only allowed to touch a subset of the variables of the shader input data, and none may access the same, making it safe to run in parallel, because one characteristic only works on one part and the other characteristic only works on another part. But they all use the same shader input data, don't they? So maybe this is not a good idea to do it here. So undo. I have the feeling I have to do it here before the loop. If I do it here, I'm going to mark with booleans every subset of the data in the ShaderInputData object. And then each characteristic task is only allowed to touch one of those subsets if it also clears it at first. Either that or leaves it untouched. Let's see if I have the shader input data somewhere here. Yep, we have it. Shader input data. So why not call here begin refill? That's a new function since today. And begin refill it's going to repeat a number of macros, begin refill macros, passing some keyword. In this case I have push constant ranges as the only one. Hey LGL. And what the macro is doing is it sets mRefill check followed by the argument that I passed to the macro. We set it to true. The semicolon after that. So in this case I said mRefill check push constant ranges to true. And that is then declared here with the refill check bool. So declaration. This is no semicolon because I thought that maybe at some point I wanted to be empty. Maybe a release code. Because it's more meant for alarming the user to if they forget something. So it's an assert. Now you see here is the assert. It's indeed only an assert actually. Well, an assert, but then setting the boolean to false. So I'm calling a refill check again with the same X here. And then it demands that the boolean is false. Sorry, that the boolean is false or that m_x is empty. So x is then the vector or some container anyway. And either that is empty or we have been here already. But after calling this, now it's set to true. It must be empty, because then this is not true. LGL, no, I'm using GLSL. The check I'm currently using here. And I added it here because push constant ranges is a vector and we call insert on it. So if you get here for a different fill index, then it must be empty. Okay, that's the idea. Let's see if this compiles. Okay, it compiles, but if I run it, okay, we're crashing here. Oh, already. Well, that's really strange. That is really strange. So for fill index 0, everything works. I mean, somewhere up there we have fill index 0. It's the first time we fill it. And then here you see fill index is 1. Meaning that we're going to fill it, call the fill code again, but now for a different fill index. For the second value. And then we run into my new assert. But then how is that possible? Oh, sorry. Of course, that is possible. Yeah. The problem is then that it is being filled while this was not reset and push constant ranges. So it works actually. The assert works. It does its job. I'm going to run it in debugger though. Run in DDB. No, I don't even know if it is using HLSL. Maybe it's only using GLSL. Either that or both, but I thought it was indeed maybe only GLSL. Up, 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 up. Yes, yes, it works. So of course, I do not know anymore what it was called. So we set this one to true. Or not. Ranges. Hello, why not selected it? What you see, it's white. The background is white. Why? Something changed. I can suddenly no longer select stuff. It's crazy. Turn off caps. Okay. So that was set to true, and therefore the assert fails because this vector is not empty. It still has 2 elements in it. And we are being called from is used in preprocess, multiplex implementation. Get shader info, preprocess being called here. Yep. And I thought we were talking about push constant ranges. And now it is being filled here. And then overwritten later with this. What is it? What the hell is that? Okay, it's a different vector. Whereas this is a vector and this is a set. This is kind of one block. Preprocess does stuff, which is then copied here. So I hope to see also an assert for this vector as soon as I add it. For now I will add a reset for whatever this is returning, because that's probably what it is writing to. Yeah, great. I'm owning factory has a ShaderInputData, and that also returns push constant ranges. Next, that is this function. So it is this vector in this object or class that must be erased. Suppose I can hide that inside this declaration. Or no, I have to do it anyway, manually, I think. Let me add it below the accessor here. And I'm not sure I can access that. and directly. This thing has a badge. Yeah, I have to reset it from the characteristic range, I guess. So let's keep that in it. So now this function must be called. Before we fill it, which would be, I guess, here. But I might as well keep them all together and do it really at the top. So I'm calling clear push constant ranges because I'm setting them by calling preprocess again, you know. It's a bit vague. But hey, just trying to get something to work first, and then maybe I can rearrange it in a smart way so that it becomes easier to use. This function, however, does not exist yet. It must be a protected function of the base class, exactly like this accessor. So I'm also going to add that function here, although this is was a void with a clear in front of it. And then we're calling the same thing with on the ShaderInputData. Oh, what is this? Jump here. Oh, this is a header file already. Inline. Okay. Dude. Flags. What is this, man? I don't know what changed. I didn't upgrade or something, otherwise I would have suspected that. I can suddenly not copy and paste stuff anymore. This is very useless. Very useless. It looks like I copy it very much, but I'm not. Copy. Nope. Just cut a big chunk out of it. Okay, I'll have to do this differently. Oh, I did not crash on this. That's not the one that I was looking for either. Complaining gamer. It's just a matter of beginning. Don't keep your hands still. Start typing. I mean, maybe it comes out wrong, but I mean, just sitting and thinking about something, then you'll never do it. If you think to yourself, shall I, then it's already wrong. Well, depends a little bit. You must be a rational person. If you think like, oh, I hate that guy, shall I kill him? Then probably better to think about it first. But if you know that you have to go do shopping and you think, shall I go shopping now or shall I do it later? Then you should already have been gone underway. And yeah, I make the mistake too. So don't look at me. The only thing I do right is that I code without thinking about it. So it actually worked. Now we have a second problem, and that is the unbounded array descriptor, which turns out to be sad again because we reuse a shader declaration context. Or are we? Meh. What a difficult name, man. Tip. No. Just start coding. Do it because you like it. So your brain must be telling you exactly what you want to do, because you only do it because you want it anyway. I'm using Arch. I should add that to the FAQ as well. Okay, so this is my first thing, but let's add another one. This is a vector. Do I have other vectors? Yes, I do. For example, here is another vector. I have loads vector. Actually, are these all the things that I'm filling here? Yeah, apparently. This is frame resource count. What the hell am I even looking at that? Push constant ranges. Yeah, I was jumping to it, but then I ended up in the wrong file. This is the right file. This one also has an vertex input binding descriptions thing. And then that means you would think it is added here. And then we override it here. But. So what we really want to know is who is writing to whatever we copy over here, I guess, because it's not an insertion, right? Just a copy. Vertex binding descriptions is returned by this, which is just a proxy again for the same function of the same name on the shader input data. And that gets us here, which returns push back of something that loops over vertex shader input sets, which comes from nowhere. Return. Really? It's always empty. It's never filled with anything. This is so annoying. It's again the inline. Okay, how to fix that? Alias S is not containing my inline. There's an inline here. What is libcwd? Okay, so where else do I need an inline then? Opt, vulkan, as ls, imgu backends, hppa, okay, what is it? Find and user in slash user also not. My code is external, prune false. I think that's it, being pruned. So this is the one. Yep. Can add it here. Or name star dot inline. Resource S. These are all the files. No, anyone see an inline file? Oh, too much. And it doesn't even work. S grep dot inline. Only two files. I was missing these two. Okay. Make C tags. Zaid, thank you. Yep, now we see it in line. Just also push back to it here. And because there is a pushback here, that means that let's add it just in front of it. This might be clear. So I want to add here, I guess that was a check refill. Nope. How about the refill check then? Yep. And then I use the name without the M. And then clear, same thing. Now this is, I think, okay. However, it should not compile, and I'm not even sure if the refill check is defined here. Inline function. It is defined in ShaderInputData. Yeah, that pretty much should be included here. So then the only problem is that macro is using something that doesn't exist yet. This one. This is not defined. And I want it to be defined close to no, there it is. So I'm just putting that macro in front of this vector. And now, yeah, that kind of looks weird because there's a pointer. But I guess the reasoning is correct, right? If we start a new fill index and then we start to append or insert pushback, finally I got it. We start to push back to this vector while the vector is not empty. Then that must have been something that was filled before with a different fill index. It cannot be right. So I think the check here is correct. Now also note that is wrong. Is it not wrong? No, actually, no, okay, it's not wrong. I know that I set it to true, so yeah, it's true from the very beginning. And therefore, even in the initialization, the very first time that we do this, it must be empty, and it is, of course. I'm not convinced that I'm calling this before doing the first fill, but we can quickly verify that, I suppose. Okay, we added the second one. Only 30 to go or so. Once I did it a few times, I'll probably see a pattern and then can speed it up. I definitely want to see when this is being called. Yeah, it's called entering. It still stops on the same thing. So apparently I'm not filling it. Let me write it. I mean, I'm not filling it in the fill state or whatever. So I don't have to clear it. Okay, troop. I was wondering if begin refill is being printed twice. So I guess for both of the fill. Yeah, so it calls refill here and then the fill starts here, I guess. What is this for corruption here? Warnish this. Control L. What? Man, I really don't get it. Things got a lot worse with this terminal at some point. It's because of all the color codes I use, I guess, but still. Just make it work. Yeah, no, the next factor, I guess. See the builder vertex attribute declaration context, which contains a map. And the map is m locations. And that is Accessor. It's being filled here for a given vertex attribute. Here, run over it, that's it. So my guess would be I have to add here a check refill. Was it a refill check, right? A refill check, which is now not possible because this is not done. No, I'm doing it as a hobby. Can't just insert a refill check here because that only works in the shader data info object. Or does it? Something is wrong. What is wrong? I'm not sure. Vertex attribute declaration context. What is that part of that? Oh, here. It's simply a member of, yeah, so I can just call it. So do it per object or do it per vector? Doesn't matter in this case because this thing only has a single vector or map. Oh wait, that's nonsense. Oh. I mean, void begin refill. paranoia access control. So now only ShaderInputData can call this function. By passing a batch. Well, this thing is a map, isn't it? No, so that thing there. Hello, bear. Right. Hey, bear. Good morning. How late is it where you are? It's almost midnight here. Oh no, you're just back from, you know, last time that I left. Yeah, that was just a few hours ago. Refill check bool. I need to add it here, I guess. Whatever it is that I had to add. And then I need to add a refill check. Wherever this thing is being filled. I can still find that. Not here. Not here. Probably the inline function. What? You just woke up? Oh my god. I got up at 1:30 a.m. PM. Yeah, okay. So in the afternoon. Horrible. I know. I have no idea. No idea. What do I had to add something? Add it here, yeah. That. To undo, quit, TPS, find it. No, it's nowhere. That's because I really wanted to find was m underscore. There's an inline function. Yes, there is an inline function. Here's an insert. That's one of the asserts, yes. Oh, okay, 5 hours ago, yeah. Well, me too. As in, really too late. Okay, I think I had more of these in this file. Here is another one. I guess it simply works to add it also there. Yep, okay. And that is the vertex attributes, and then we get the push constants. Next we have a map. The GLSL ID full to push constant declaration context. Okay, so we have to add this. And then we have to add begin refill with the same thing. And then I have to find where it is filled. It is not here. And also not here, and therefore it is clearly in the inline again. I need a way to switch to my inline, I guess. Yeah. This one. So if I switch to another file, I lose my mouse buffer, which is super annoying. I can put it in the buffer of Vim. And it is called refill check. Okay, so let's leave this function then, and I'm gonna go to the inline function again. I suppose it's this one. You look for that. Find try in place. Is that the only one? Here's another one. Find try in place. You have 2 try in places. I don't think it matters if this finds it or not. We just should, if we call this, then we run the risk of not finding it. So I guess I just have to put my assert somewhere here. As in, don't call add push constant member. Who is calling that? Add, shut up. Haha, rest time. Already? I just woke up. Push constant member. There's another one. That is not a user function. It's being called from here. Add push constant. Yeah. So I might as well add the assert here, I think. Yeah, refill check it was, right? And then I had it in my, that simply worked. Wow. I think I'll add a comment to so if this crashes, I could just jump to here and then have the comment here. put it here. Comment if this assert fails, then you didn't call clear X from the fill state of the corresponding characteristic range derived class. Or you are filling the same thing, X, from two different characteristic ranges, which is not allowed. I need to check if it still compiles. Occasions have not been declared. In other words, refill check bool has not been declared. Yeah, we have forward declaration here. I'll put it in its own header, I guess. Cares. Nope. Map. Okay, not over here, another map. Insert. Try in place. That's another one. Here's an insert. And this is kind of the same thing, right? Now there's those add push constant member things again. Yeah. Now that's kind of silly because I guess we will only need one. So I have an oh, that didn't work. Push constant, no declaration. What was I working on? I think that one. Yeah, I can probably remove one of those. But I'm going to keep them for now. And there is a map. Okay, you gotta start to do things in bulk, I think, because there's a load of them. I didn't add a clear functions either. Yet. Yeah, map. Okay, I've got a map here, and here, and here, and here. Really? Oh, that's the top. So I did that one already. So these are the last maps. Okay, let's go bulk mode for the maps. would probably make more sense to make a macro that also declares the container. So it would look more like this, and then with a sensible name. Oh well. That was all the maps, right? Yeah, might as well do all the rest as well. As in standard set. Done. Here is another one. Was that already done or not? The set is done. Oh, I forgot this one. Done. Yeah, that's another reason to use a macro to declare both at the same time. Then you cannot forget it. Why not? If it is more robust, then it will be easier to write everything, I think. I'm just going to do that. Right in the middle is switch. So what I have here is a refill, and what I really want to do is change this macro name into declare container or something like that. ShaderInputData container, but that's a bit too long, so I'm going to change it to declare container. And then I'm going to use a type. Let's call it container type and container name. And then we do this one first. Container boolean container name is true, followed by the container type m underscore container name, and then let's not add a semicolon there. Which then means that I have to go to the top again. Uh-oh. Yeah, I must, I don't, do I want to get a okay, I can include it here. Mutable. That brilliant communication. LGL, scroll up. LGL asks, is it morning or night for you now, Bear? Bear says, very first thing he says, LGL, night for me. And then LGL says, Bear, are you going to bed? What the fuck? Short attention span, LGL. And now LGL is going to bed. Nah. Call me confused. Oh. Yeah, right. It was on purpose. Yeah, put an ampersand in front of it. An at sign. Shift 2. Shift 2, bear. I'm so sad that I cannot play the music that I'm listening to. I think there's really something wrong with the world. We're just a bunch of friends here. I want to play music for you guys. It's good music that I'm listening to. How about I start my own audio streamer? And you can watch on YouTube and listen to the music from... not sure how to sync that then, because they delay like crazy in YouTube. But if it's just for the music, that would not be hard, I guess. What is so funny about it? Goodbye, LGL. Of good night. Have a good recharge. What was I doing? Undo, redo. Okay. Go to sneeze. Declare container. Declare container. Like that is type, right? Yeah, this is type. It totally is. And now we can delete this. Yes, yes. Now this is a totally different thing. It has a define there. Nobody knows why. Yeah, no, nobody knows why. Oh, because it must be public. This one. Oh. Declare container. Type, comma, the name of the container. Ground zero. Oh, thank you both. What is this? I didn't add a boolean for that, did I? Or did I? I didn't. Why do I have a declare container here? I mean, I have it because I had something else, but I don't think I need it. Yeah, it's not a container. too long. What editor I'm using? I'm using new Vim of nvim. Wow, these are the last ones. I guess so. Okay. Now we have to turn all of this into begin refill, right? And I can do this one at the top, at the bottom, doesn't matter. At the top. So I have push constant ranges and so on, but 4 spaces. SCD execute substitute begin space space. No commas. Yeah, that's good. No, actually there is a comma here. No, wait, there's no comma there. It's only one comma. Whatever. Declaration container. Open anything but comma. Any number of times. Comma, space. And then something. I don't know what. I never know if you have to escape it or not. So annoying. Anyway, to be sure, I probably have to add an R here. And then we have here, well, anything but that, or something like that. I'm going to do it like this, I think. I forgot what I need. Refill, begin refill was, I think. Begin refill, \1. Now he was using slashes, yeah. Expression, unmatched something. Okay, let's try it the other way around then. Nothing unmatched, but nothing matched here. Oh, is this not working? Probably the other way around anyway. But I've got here an X. Yep, that's better. That didn't work. There was a comma there. Okay, now I have all of them. And I wanted to keep my my fix me. Push constant. Then we have all of those. Yeah, now I still need my refill check then. Everywhere. How do we automate that? Well, we automate it as follows. We run this and then I just print \1 with an M in front of it. And let's put bar after it and no semicolon. And then pipe that into xargs echo. How about no space? I don't know. Nobody understands this. SCD execute substitute to set no space. Absolutely no space. Okay, grab minus E. All of these things. And my project sources. Okay, and then I guess that all of them use either, let's go filter out. No, it doesn't matter, I guess. I want to filter out dot insert and try in place, so I see. I don't know. Push back. I want them to be followed by a dot, maybe. Let's try what happens if I do that. And we have nothing. And then if I put a dot behind it. Definitely do not want end. And I do not want I end. Oops. Sorry, I'm also not interested in comments. PRS, yeah. Yes, cannot change it. Actually, I can. Oh, it's dubious. Let's put it that way. What is going to do it? Dubious or not? Execute, substitute, / and everything after that. Begun. Wait. Begun like that. But then we just get code, and that which then no longer might contain. Ah, that's a better way. Wait, there's a better way. A dot and then another dot. I'm smart. All the comments are gone. Okay, so what is left? Size. I begin. Loads of I begins. I begin. Size. See an R begin. Find. Empty. Back, I guess that's allowed. Oh. And place back, of course. Add is, let's first add and place back. How on earth did this comment survive? That's impossible. Oh no, it's not impossible. I didn't remove the comments. Okay, what I want to do was, okay, we have a resize there. A resize. And that last one is an add. Context is just reading, right? It's not writing anything. So add can be gone as well. Add. Nope. No output. Good. Now we want to get back. And place back, push back, try and place and insert. That happens there. And now we're going to edit all of them. I need line numbers. I really want to jump to these line numbers at once, which is only possible if I run it through SCD again. In this case, I'm just going to remove, I guess, colon space. Anything? Nothing. Yeah, now you write that to, well, might as well put VI in front of it. Edit the new Vim in, oh, what? No, that is not possible. Bin Vim, right? Substitute at the beginning of the line with Vim, I think it's just space. Yeah. And write that to troop. Change mod plus X troop. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not sure if this one also is, yeah, this one is also there. So if I add something here, then the line number is screwed up. Really? I cannot get out of it except by doing every file. It's a bit too much, right? Is there a better way to get out of this? Kill troop. How about that one? Kill all troop. Huh? I don't think so. Fishy. There's basically only 3 files involved. You see that? Pretty awesome. Yeah, now we start with the highest line number, except that we don't. How about to try that again with the minus in? Still not. Well, I'll fix it manually, I guess. Now all the line numbers are in reverse. So change mod plus x to 2. Debug only pushback. Oh, I'm lucky. I was an idiot. There's only the rest too. This is always being called. So yes, let's add something here. But I already looked at this. I want to combine that with this. We already have it. Yes, we already have this. And well here. And well both, which is nonsensical. But okay, quit. Same thing, push constant member variables. No, we don't. Wait, shader variables. I must have been very confused. Shader variables is the one that is being used together with GLS full to push constant declaration context. Not this. Shader variables. As well as this. As well as this. You know. There's even 3 of them. So now we get the second function, which is already handled below here. So nothing to do. Still the same function, also already handled. Next stop is here. Also handled. Next stop is and we already have a refill check for that one. So also skippy shader variables. Add vertex attributes, which is of course called from somewhere. We'll look at vertex attribute, and this is about shader variables. All right. Called from add vertex input binding. Refill check for shader variables, because we are calling add vertex attribute, which is then doing a insert here. No, it's doing this pushback here. Did I just add shader variables? Yeah. There's another one then. Let's try this one. Right, quit. So yeah. Well, this one has a refill check here. Well, yeah, well, yes, well, yes. I mean, why not? Or maybe, I don't know. Just theoretically, let's put it here. Definitely have to turn it into debug code. Another one here, shader variables, and this one was already added. Okay, wait a minute, but this one, that is add vertex attribute, and this is also add vertex attribute. There's no difference whatsoever with the other one. So this one, this is 1, 2, calls from here, and he has 3 of these, among which shader variables, and then 1, 2. I might move this then to the top anyway, and then yeah, add that one there, and add this one there, and then just remove them here. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see all the asserts before I understand all this. But oh no, something went wrong. I guess that was this one. But the shader variables thing is in a lot of places. So that's not good, I think. That means that it has only one characteristic at all that can add any shader variable. And that's definitely not how I intended it. No. Maybe I need to do it completely different. Somehow remember the state. Nah. Horrible. I guess we have 2 here as well. Yeah, maybe you should add it here then. Refill check. Shader variables. There we go again. Well, there's another thing actually that is now being revealed. If I want add shader variables from different characteristics, then this is not thread safe. It is not thread safe then. Now that's an interesting discovery as a result of this. That was everything. Oh, the thing doesn't exist anymore. It was now named what? Declare container. Expected semicolon at the end. Container type. Well, I don't think it gives me the line number. We heard you the first time. I have no clue what the furniture department system is. Why the hell are you asking that here? Shader stage create infos. Guess it must have fallen between the cracks. Shadow modules. Which shall I do first? Why doesn't tell it? Why doesn't it tell me where it is including this? What is it? Ah, it does. Shader resource set. So things are missing, like what the? There's another insert here. Why do I only have this refill here? What? How could I have missed this one? Close to line in the .cxx, close to line 727. And that would be this one. Yeah. 727 channel resource insert. Should not have missed it. I didn't miss it. Okay. And it says that this does no longer exist. Ooh, like that. Try and place declaration. It's not try and place. It is something else. This should not be there. Fun. It compiles. Okay, let's run it. Crash here. A refill check for shader variables. Yeah. Okay, in the end I'll just have to add a clear for all of them if I go ahead with this, because I'm starting to feel doubt if this is really the right approach. I don't know. Let's go with it for the moment. I can make this a macro as well, I suppose, in order to keep everything bulk. The refill clear function. Yeah, I have to add all of them, really? Do I have to do that? Probably. Okay, check. We will check shader variables. I need to clear shader variables at the beginning of my refill. That would be in window. Hello. I don't know what you're saying because I don't know any Spanish. But Daniel is the name of my computer. I name all my computers after boys from comic books. In this case, actually, from a comic book. I don't think so. It's from a Steam game. They also all have magic powers. Like my domain. I mean, if you look at my email address, that is as Alinou. That's also a very powerful born. Let me see. Alinou. There he is. Well, no, that is the son of Thorgal. Alinou only appears in one, but okay, it is a comic book. This one. How can you look for Alinou and then not see an image of him? Oh, I'm looking for this. Didn't want that at all. Alinou. Yeah, that's Alinou with green hair. Alinou. So this guy is my domain name. Daniel from, I think you have to type in more. What was the name of? So live is strange, yeah. This is Daniel. Daniel. Of course, you need a better picture, or he actually is doing something with his telekinetic powers. You only see him stick out his hand, you don't see what he's doing. It should be a picture where he's lifting a huge rock or something like that. Nope. It's a game, and during the game he's developing telekinetic powers, becoming stronger and stronger. In the beginning he can lift a few really klein, small rocks, kiezelsteentjes. And in the end he is able to breach through steel gates of 10 meters high. blow up whole building. It's a really good game. Clear push constant ranges. I added clear shader variables. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's just try to compile it and see whether it goes wrong, because I forgot what I was doing. Oh, plus it is time to go to bed. Like, seriously. I just have to stop in the middle. It doesn't know what it is. I have to add this to I cannot even remember which directory the thing is in. Characteristic range. Pipeline? Yeah, seems so. Pipeline characteristic range.h. And here I added a clear. Now I need an inline void clear shader variables. There we go. Now that's the opposite. I cleared it and then didn't add anything, it says. So get sorted push constant ranges is empty. And that is being called. From pipeline factory characteristics field. The flat create info is this one. Flat create info. There's a vector of pointers. Push constant ranges list. So difficult. I'm going to bed. Just that's getting later and later and later and later and later and later and later.